Why, hello there. It is Sunday, November 5th. I see Who's John in the house. Brad Palmer, Laura, happy early birthday. Johnny, I guess you're about 3 hours and 58 minutes early, Laura, unless you're on the West Coast, in which case you're really early. But thank you, everyone. I'm probably going to do a stream tomorrow, by the way. But thank you, Laura, for kicking the stream off on a good note. Since we have a $20 super chat in the bag, I don't see the need to continue the rest of the stream. So have a good night, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink. How do I turn this off here? Got that off. All right. Now that we have ended the stream and we are in this. Oh no, I got to do another 90 minutes. Just kidding. Thank you, Laura. Anthony is here. Sheena is here. Sweet Pea, Crikey, Vivian Johnson, our trusty CEO. John Nicholson, Sanjay, all the way from Kingston, is here. Jennifer Gallus says, hi, everyone. Hope you had a nice weekend. Good evening, Johnny. Happy birthday. Thank you. H. Hill, Whitby Dude, Marie Palmer, that Kevin Hawthorne, Wesley, Boom Productions. Thank you. Barbara says you don't look a day over 39. I'm actually, I don't know, 43. Is that early 40s or mid 40s? I feel like 43 through 47 is mid 40s. It's a little disingenuous to say early when it rounds up to 5, and 5 is clearly mid. So yeah, mid 40s starting tomorrow. I normally kind of shape these little debates in my favor, but this one I'm shaping in the other. Jellybean says midlife crisis. Jeanette Morales says early 40s. Jeanette, a little bit more on you in a moment. Tonight, don't worry, it's all good. Vivian says over the hill, Johnny, all downhill now.
Birthday, Johnny, party face.
This is the beer of the night. I'm surprised the green is working. Virginia Wedlake, $20. Happy birthday, Johnny. Thank you, Virginia Wedlake. Very, very much appreciated. Virginia and Laura rocking the Burley birthday presents. Brandon Ed, $6.99. Happy birthday, Johnny. Thank you. You guys are spoiling me, and it's not even the big day yet, but thank you so much, Virginia and Brandon and Laura. Let's get this beer open before get interrupted so rudely some more times. Just kidding. We're gonna go with the only beer in my fridge. Happy actually
birthday, Johnny.
Jonathan says that's teal. Yeah, but on my previous greens, oh, you can see it's still kind of, it's not, it's like keen it a little bit, but that, I don't know, it's not quite what it's supposed to look like. But
happy birthday, Johnny.
I was hoping to have a very strong edible tonight and then just kind of sail away on my chair tonight after this, watching the Bills. But sadly, I still have to finish tomorrow's video. I'm thinking of doing another. I have a few videos uploaded. One from Mark D, or was requested from Mark D. Thank you, Mark D. And I did a night walk in HDR again. And today I did a couple of HDR day walks. So I've got a whole lot to work on and process. The HDR ones take some extra time and effort to get ready. But it was a productive day. But anyways, let's cheers to you guys. Lisa Gibson, $6.99. Thank you, Lisa Gibson. Cheers to you as well. How many viewers we got? We are already at 164 viewers. Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, yada, yada. Jellybean, you guys are killing me. $25 Dollarama or Swiss Chalet gift card. LOL. You know, all these super chats are going to Johnny Stumbles and not Johnny Strides. And you know, Johnny Stumbles is a lot less responsible with his money than Johnny Strides. So be careful what you wish for. But thank you, Jellybean, for the $25. I will probably go to both. I go to Dollarama all the time, and I do order Swiss Chalet once in a while. They've got the best sauce in town. So thank you very much, Jellybean, for the birthday wishes. I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to go out and do a stream. Probably I'm probably going to like go out for dinner tomorrow night. I had plans to go out on Saturday for dinner, but they were kind of rolled back into something a lot less. But I did go out Friday with some friends. I'm going to try to go out tomorrow as well, but I'll try to stream before that. Stace Rose Gotts, happy 4th birthday. Thank you, fellow 4 clubber. I think you're in the club. Brian is here. So yeah, today I went to, this was actually from earlier today. I went to Boxcar Social at Summerhill, and I just decided to set my camera up, and like, why not? Not the most interesting vantage point.
Or Swiss chalet gift card lol, smiley face.
But still, Boxcar Social is a pretty awesome cafe, and I thought, why not set up this video while I sit there and sip on a coffee. And before that, I was in Koreatown in the Annex, which was pretty neat. I ended up making 2 videos today, so good day. Yahya, I ran into Yahya last night going home. Apparently we ran into each other on the subway. It was funny. I was talking to a couple of viewers from Brazil who said they watched me when they were in Brazil and moved here, started talking to me. And then Yahya comes up to me and starts talking to me. And then we get off the shuttle bus. And then another couple came up and started talking to me. And the last couple was really cute because the girl was like, he's too shy to say hi to you, but he knows who you are. And I was like, hey. So, yeah. So hope you got, well, I'm sure you did get home safely, Yahya, but good times. I think you met up with Ken at the end of his stream. We'll jump into the web browser and do some stuff later. I've been trying to watch football as much as I can today, but I was out pretty much the whole afternoon. Brandon Ed says, Johnny Strides turns 35 years old. That's my wild guess. Sheena says, I've got fab viewers. Speaking of fabulous viewers, I met Janette not too long ago in Toronto, and we did a collaboration video. I know some people don't like that word, collaboration. I just want to make sure I have nothing embarrassing on my web browser. All right. Oh, by the way, we're at 97,200 subscribers. It is entirely possible, based on the current trajectory, that we hit 100,000 this month. I don't know what happened, but my channel views have just gone ballistic. So much so, I can't even keep up with the comments. I have given up on going over my comments. It's just out of control. Every day, there's just... Every time I refresh it, there's like 30 new comments. Like, I don't know what's happening. The YouTube gods are smiling on this channel or upon this channel, because I was getting about 30, 40 subscribers a day. And lately I've been getting 150 to 200 a day. So instead of thinking we would hit 100 in like maybe February or March, they're just going ballistic, which is good for other reasons too. Monetary reasons. So the channel's doing well. But my point was downtown Toronto walk with a longtime subscriber.
Hey everyone.
Hey, clear up.
It is Wednesday, November 1st. The time is 4:44 p.m. and the temperature is around 4 degrees Celsius, and that is a lot of fours, I guess. And I'm here on Adelaide Street. Well, I guess I should say we are here on Adelaide Street because I have with me a special guest all the way from Houston, Texas.
It is Janette Morales. Hi, Janette. I'm just going to leave you on the screen. Mike T says, please say happy birthday to my wife, Brenda. Yesterday was her birthday. It kind of ruins the effect when I read it out loud like that first, right? You think I would have some kind of filter where I read things first before I say them, but I don't. Gets me into trouble sometimes. But happy dappy birthday to Brenda and Mike T. Thanks for wishing your Brenda a happy birthday, I guess. Johnny Versace, not Johnny Strides, Celebrity Factor 11, says Chris, the Pepsi driver. So yeah, Janette, very, very, like, she might as well be Canadian. Can we just give her a Canadian passport? She's nice enough to qualify. She did drop a very, very generous happy birthday super chat yesterday. But not only that, but I got a really nice card with some incredibly delicious chocolates. These are Benchy. I've already had 4 from here. I'm a little bit worried that I'm just going to start eating them. But these are very, very good, Janette. She also gave me a little trip to the store that's going to fuel some future Johnny Stumbles adventures. And she bought me dinner. So, Janette, like, could you be any more generous, any nicer, any kinder? And I think people really enjoyed seeing you on the stream. It was something I need to do more often. I need to do more of these like walk and talks with people other than Ken. Some viewers from outside of the YouTube world, just people from different perspectives, I guess. I don't know. I just think it's a different way to do a video. Epic Nation HD. Sorry, I still have to fix the Epic National HD in the credits. I think tomorrow I'm going to update the end screen credits. If you know what if you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll let Janette sign this off and I'll show you.
Oh, the face lock is focusing on Janette when I move the camera around. Anyways, Janette, I'll let you sign this one off.
Bye, friends. Take care. Catch you on the next one. Yoink.
She got the yoink down. Epic Nation says, I do know. Yes. So, the way this works, I did promise like an extra shout out to the highest tier supporters. That's why their names are static. But I used to be able to copy and paste everything and just put it in a spreadsheet and then sort by name. But I can't do that anymore. They kind of changed the formatting of how the names appear. So I literally have to like copy them over and type them. And because it changes, I do it manually every single time. It only takes me like 10 minutes, but I think I got auto-corrected here because it says Epic National HD. So I'm really, really sorry about that, Liam. I'm gonna fix it, but because you've been so kind with being patient about getting me to fix that, check out Epic Nation HD. He's got some gaming videos. Canada's Wonderland Halloween Haunt. So go give him his channel some love. If you like what you see, hit subscribe, hit the bell. You'll be notified. But thank you for your support, Liam. At a God tier level at that, which is $20 a month. So it is very much appreciated. Thank you, Liam. And I do apologize for writing Epic National HD. I swear that just got auto-corrected and I missed it. So tomorrow I'm going to do a better job. If I fuck it up tomorrow, I don't know, but I'll make good to you. But thank you for your support. Who's this guy? Who is this guy?
He's alive but not well. Okay, thank you.
Who is this knucklehead next to Ken? Last night I went out live streaming, and then yeah, Ken was also live streaming. So we got together and we walked around a bit. I think maybe for an hour or so, but it was fun times. Maybe something we'll have to do a little bit more often. But it was good to see Ken. I see he went for 3 hours. One thing that Ken showed was last time on the stream, I showed my new toy, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But now I've got the Pocket 3 Creator Combo. So this bad boy comes with this case. I'll show you just quickly. Some people don't like it when I talk shop, as they say. So I've got the camera, but this is really, really cool. It's got this battery attachment, so I can plug in the battery to the camera, I can also screw the tripod. So this is what I was working with yesterday. This like super duper long thing. And it comes with this microphone, really high quality microphone transmitter. But the problem is there's a bug with this where if you're live streaming, the microphone like crackles and it sounds awful. So then I have to plug another microphone into this, which makes it really fun. And yesterday, the battery handle died, so that microphone stopped working. Anyways, we figured it out. But yeah, I've got 2 of these things. I only need 1, but here's the thing. These things are in such high demand. They're like sold out and impossible to get everywhere. And I'm paranoid something will happen to one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I'm at the very end of my return period. And then I'm going to decide if I'm going to return this or if I'm just going to keep both. Because I kind of like the idea of having 2 cameras anyways. And yes, this does render the iPhone 15 absolutely useless to me. Does anyone want to buy an iPhone 15 Pro that has been taken care of very nicely by me in a case with a screen protector? It is blue, 256 gigs memory. They are, don't lowball me like a stupid amount because they are not cheap. Jennifer says 1 for streaming, 1 for normal videos, but the question is what happened to the iPhone 15? The iPhone 15 is still here. I am still using it as my daily phone. I haven't yet made a update video, but I'm going to use the Pocket for live streaming most of the time. I'm going to use the Pocket. Barbara says $300. I paid like $1,800 for it. This is primarily going to live stream. And then if I need a backup iPhone, I have the iPhone 12. So I don't really need the 15. Ken will buy it because his iPhone is junk. So yeah, I'm thinking probably sell it and I'll probably get the Galaxy S24 Ultra. I'm using it as my daily phone, but it's iOS. It sucks. It's really shitty at handling notifications. Like it just sucks. So not a good phone, in my opinion, but I came into this as an Apple hater, but I'm still using it. Barbara says it's used now. Take it or leave it. I could probably get like $1,400 for this tomorrow. So I'm not, 300's a little low. Tony Young says the worst iPhone in history. It's got USB-C. I can record in like ProRes RAW directly to like a micro SD card. Jelly Bean says, is the photo gallery included? No, because you can have my Apple photos, but Google Photos will not be. H. Hill says it was a failed experiment, worth it nonetheless. You know what? If you're going to go through life hating on a company and hating on a product, you got to at least try it out, right? Try to live with it. Like, I'm living with it. I'm just a little too lazy to switch back to my S20 as my personal phone. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I might get an S23 FE in the meantime, and then get the S24 Ultra when it comes out. And then those will be my 2 phones. I don't know. But yeah, this has been rendered useless by the DJI Pockets. I think they're just better quality cameras. The HDR they do is compatible with my setup, whereas this does HDR and Dolby Vision, or I have to do Prologue, and like Apple keeps the LUTs from public access because they're Apple. Why wouldn't they be assholes? So I don't know. Enough of that talk. Naughty Brown says, just send it to me. Michelle Gray says S23 Plus is your best bet. Boom Production says, I'm an Apple fanboy and am loving my titanium blue 15 Pro Max. To be fair, I only know Apple products. I do have the old 12 and will trade it for good quality socks. I am absolutely convinced that anyone who uses an iPhone doesn't manage their notifications. They don't. You can't. They just all come in there like a bunch of shit falling out of the sky. And it's such a mess. Whereas Android like groups them chronologically and by type. And then you can like click down and it'll expand further. And then you can like just flick, like, this is just like, here they come. You now have 1 million notifications and now all your apps have these annoying numbers on them. You know, you spend, I don't know. Anyways, Robert says shit out of this guy. That's what I feel like. Anyways, not a fan of how Apple Crapple handles notifications. Jonathan Franzen says it's primitive. Yeah, and I Googled that too. Like, am I nuts or is this terrible at notifications, right? So I went into like, why is iOS so bad at notifications, Reddit, right? I just wanted to see. And like, there's all these posts, like, I can't get over how terrible the notification system is on iPhone. Like, I'm not crazy. It really is terrible. Chris, the Pepsi driver, $20. Happy birthday, Johnny. Get yourself a Popeyes combo, number 6, 12 pieces chicken nuggets. Just donate your iPhone. It's trash. Chris, the Pepsi driver. Thank you for the $20. 12 pieces of chicken nuggets. You know, I don't think I've ever had that from Popeyes. I've always had the sandwich or like 2 pieces. I'm going to take you up on that, Chris, the Pepsi driver. Thank you so much. I will not be throwing this in the garbage, but I will take you up on that. Thank you for the $20 and go Pepsi. I know it's a big evil corporation, but I've always liked Pepsi. Harjot says, I got a new black gimbal to record video. Harjot. If I search by Harjot, will it come up? Harjot Hundle, that's not you. I made a video. Let's see. Is this going to get Harjot? Harjot video. That's not you. This Harjot has 21. I know how to find you. Through the powers of magic. Here comes Harjot's channel.
Happy birthday, Johnny. Get yourself a Popeyes combo number 6, 12 pieces chicken nuggets. Just donate your iPhone. It's trash.
I recorded this short video on my 90 subscribers. You're at 96 subscribers. Harjot, you are 4 away.
Hello everyone, I just wanted to let you know that I just hit 90 subs on my channel today, and also thank you everyone for watching my channel and also my little comments. And please get up to 100 subscribers as well. Alright, take care everyone, bye. Hello everyone, I just wanted to let you know that I just hit 90 subs on my channel today, and also thank you everyone for watching.
Congrats, Harjot, the fake Johnny Strides. This isn't my real Johnny Strides account, by the way. The fake Johnny Strides just congratulated you. Love and Joy says, good evening. I hope everyone had a beautiful day. Well, today was like a really, really nice day. How nice was it? Let me see. Whew, good thing I hid that from the screen. I play with fire when I like just share my desktop on here. There's so many things that, like, not bad things, but things that I wouldn't want to share that can come up. So keep watching if you ever want to see me do something stupid. But like, what a gorgeous day it was today. Like, just beautiful. The sky was nice. It was blue. It was like you could roll your sleeves up. There were people wearing Canada Goose jackets. There were people in t-shirts. It was just kind of... Barbara says nothing too naughty. No, I am not stupid enough to have anything of that nature on my computer. No way. But like other things maybe. This, by the way, is probably not going to look right on your screen because this was filmed in HLG. I'll be converting it to 2020 and uploading it that way. Love and Joy 20 says it was warm in the southern US too. And Brad, I saw you posted some videos lately. A drive down Main Street Renfrew part 2. You're doing some more driving action.
Yeah, so this is Renfrew, and in Renfrew here is
I have never even heard of Renfrew. Lisa says lacks contrast. You have to let the YouTube machine process it first. But HDR is like super contrasty. Deeper blacks. That's kind of one of the key attributes of it. STM says, look at me. Is that a channel, STM Metro? Since it's almost my birthday. But Brad Palmer, good stuff. Who keeps sending me a million messages? Mary W 2499. Hello and thank you so much, Mary W, for the support and the super chat. Thank you, Mary. Somebody just sent me a message. Ooh. Lisa says, my opinion on HDR has not been swayed. You should talk to Jennifer Gala. She'll set you straight. It is super contrasty. That is actually the thing that makes HDR most HDR-like. But thank you, Mary W. STM Metro set with the channel Restaurant Tycoon 2. Chris the Pepsi driver. What do you got going on? Jake and Chris going for the hole? That's a members only video. Hey, you're at 722 subs. Good stuff, Chris the Pepsi driver. I'm already subscribed to you. Thank you again, Mary W. It'll be all right. My mom just messaged me. My birthday chili is ready. I told her I would come up to Niagara Falls this week sometime. I've got to look into renting a car or possibly taking the GO train out to Niagara Falls. So there might be some driving action. It won't be tomorrow, but at some point, hopefully this week. I told her within the first 2 weeks of November, I will go there. Chili can stay in the freezer for months though, but I appreciate it. Any binaural videos in the future? I'm planning on doing some. I'm still tweaking my HDR process. A lot of trial and error with the grading on that. But once I'm confident with that, I think we're going to do the odd binaural audio. What binaural audio is it's not really stereo, because stereo is just left and right. Binaural audio is left and right, but it's as if you're like, as you would hear through your ears, because in between your ears, you have your brain and your skull and your head. So the way you perceive the world is with this big block between the two sides of your head that you hear out of, right? Whereas stereo is just like a left and a right microphone. So it's a lot more separated. It's a lot more sort of, I don't know about localized is the word, but that's how binaural audio works. So it's like a better version of stereo. Some binaural audio recording systems are actually like little earphones you put into your ear. Chris the Pepsi driver says, play my 7K short. Is this appropriate? 192, 424, your 7K short. What are we looking at here? 3.5K, 7K, retired Coke driver. Wearing the Steelers hat. Hopefully that wasn't Jamar Chase. Epic Nation HD. Liam, this is for you to buy a cake or anything that you want. Happy birthday, Mr. Strides. Whenever you come back, we should plan a meetup with Henry Boom and others. Big collab. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you, Epic Nation HD, for all of your support. Yes, there was a collab last week planned, but unfortunately I had no power in my building all morning, and that really set me back because I had a bunch of stuff I had to do. I'm not sure if you were at that one, but we'll get together at some point. So thank you very much, Epic Nation HD. We'll definitely get together and do something along those lines.
This has been Buy a Cake or anything that you want. Happy birthday, Mr. Strides. Smiley
Lots of Pepsi, no Coke. Nope. Ooh, we've hit the Coke products, Sprite. Did you cause the Coke driver to have a little spill and the store never got its shipment? I don't know. When I worked at Loblaws way back in high school, I think I used to do the pop section, and the Coke and Pepsi would always go on sale together. And then like the PC store brand would go on sale like the opposite week. So it was always like Coke and Pepsi were like a thing. Like one would never go on sale and the other one wouldn't. So generally speaking, like, and when they went on sale, like both got picked clean pretty quickly. So yeah, it's weird to see them like completely out of one and not the other. So probably just a distribution thing, or maybe they did have one on sale while the other wasn't. Or maybe the Coke is just on some difficult to reach skids in the back and the employee was lazy like me and didn't feel like digging them out. There could be all kinds of reasons for that. Jonathan Franzen says PC ginger ale is actually the best. I wouldn't know about that. So I have Google Flights up because guess what I want to do? I want to get my ass on an airplane. Let me just make sure that that wasn't Jamar Chase who scored on me there, because that will totally ruin my night and make me throw a hissy fit and want to close the stream if that's what happened. Uh-oh. That's not good. One of my fantasy teams is done. And the other team, oh, Jamar Chase still has 0 points. Come on, Josh Allen. Let's go. Marge says our little bird wants to fly again. Yeah, I want to fly. I don't know if I'm going to go away like November, December. One thing I'm definitely going to make good on that Tokyo trip. And yeah, it's cold in the wintertime, but we don't always have to go somewhere tropical in the winter. So what if... I don't want to miss the first snowfall in Toronto, by the way. I don't want to miss that first snowfall. But what if I went on like the 4th through 11th? What is that going to cost? Hey, prices are not batshit insane anymore. Everyone wants to go to Tokyo in like the winter and spring and fall. One stop is not good. Round trip for $1,400. Sanity has returned to flight prices. That is not insane. That is like only $100 or $200 more than it would have been pre-pandemic. What is going on? Last time I searched for a trip to Tokyo, like a direct flight was like $5,000. I am not joking. It was like insane. That is $1,400 nonstop round trip. Eva Air 2,500. What would this cost? Give me the business class option. What would that cost? What would that... How do I... Economy? No. We're going in style. Okay. Yeah, we are not going in style. That is $7,800. No. That what I would do is I would book it economy and then put in like a bid upgrade like I did on my trip to Seoul. Or I would look at, I think I've hit a metric ton of Aeroplan points, and I think I would also look into upgrading it with my Aeroplan points. But that is effing ridiculous. Even if you're a millionaire, that's still like too much money. That's not worth it. That's like insane. Who is paying that for a flight? Nobody. Most people are just paying with points and using other perks and upgrades. I'm curious, what is Bangkok? Because that's like a warm weather destination, right? Okay, 38. hours. That sucks. You have a terrible, terrible layover. Not necessarily. It's in Haneda. Haneda is awesome because you can just hop on the subway and pop into Tokyo. So that's actually like best case scenario. Of all the airports in the world you could have that kind of layover, Haneda is like a really sweet one. $1,600 round trip to Bangkok. That was like $4,000 like a few months ago. And this is December. You're going to get like, am I nuts? Almost anywhere. Bali, like, you can tell where my mind is going, right? Somewhere like far, somewhere tropical. 21. I think my neighbor is doing something. Let me turn my microphone. Can I do this? I hear springs. The sound of springs just going. You know the sound that I'm listening to. And we have like really thick concrete walls. It takes like it's just a weird frequency that is like, this is really disturbing. I think there's a bedroom like through that wall, and this microphone doesn't pick up. It's a dynamic microphone, so it's really just what's in front of it that it picks up. Yeah, that is definitely what they're doing. I just heard people sounds. I have never heard this before. I never would have imagined the person living there doing that. Okay. So this is happening. Let's have a chocolate to try to forget that. Barbara says could just be an excitable child bouncing around. If only you could hear everything. Janette, let's have another one of your chocolates. This is Venchi. Stace Rose Gott says good for them. Yeah. I mean, hey, it seems to have stopped. I wonder if they're watching my stream because she knows her next door neighbor is me. And she's like, oh, they're talking about me. Mike T says time for noise canceling headphones. If that's as long as it's going to last, it's not going to be a problem. It already stopped. Oh. At least it was realistic in length, right? When I lived in Korea, my next door neighbor, Dave, really, really nice guy, but I'd be lying in bed and I could hear that guy like pee. I would just hear the stream of water, and it was so, or you know what I'm talking about. It was so like, I would just be lying in bed listening to like, I'd be like, yeah, I know what's going on over there. That would be the one sound that like penetrated through my walls like crazy. But all right. Chris the Pepsi driver, $5. This is a Johnny Stumbles first class seat dono train. All aboard. Who's coming? Chris the Pepsi driver. Cheers to you. Thank you. I'm aboard. Come on down. Where else can I go? Where do you guys want to see me go? Give me some ideas. I just picked random Monday, December. Honestly, I'm not going to go to like Thailand or Bali. If I did, February, March, I think would be the time to go. That way I could do like a 2-3 week country trip. Just like last year when I did Seoul, Vietnam, Thailand. So I'll do a trip like that in February or March. Chris the Pepsi driver says, are you a beach dude? I'm like, I'll spend 1 or 2 days of my trip at a beach and really enjoy it. After that, like, beach videos do well. Like, I'll make a beach video. Jacqueline S says Australia. Tony says Colombia. What is Colombia going to be? Bogota. $570 round trip through Avianca to Bogota. What? What's that business class going to cost? Oh, the Avionka or whatever doesn't have it. It's $1,900 to sit. What about first class? Is there? Oh yeah, they wouldn't have that. But you could fly premium economy for $1,700. Economy $570. That's probably like your carry-on bag can be like the size of a pencil case, and it can't weigh more than like a dead bird. Like that's probably in their like flight terms and conditions on that one. I don't know. Julie says Ivanka is their national airline. They come here daily. Where is here? I've never Avianca. I've never heard of that. Oh, that's to Median. I've heard of that place. I think Bitwit went there. There's someone behind me, says Stace Rose Guts. What are you? Who's behind me? Boom Productions, $6.99. How about Uruguay? I believe Janette said it was a must-go in perfect Spanish accent. Yes, Janette's Spanish was très magnifique. Was that French? I don't know. I think that was French. Stace says there was a blonde lady like behind me in the cafe. Uruguay. $11.95. That's not terrible. Air Canada, 2 stops. What am I, a peasant? I'm never doing 3 stops. 2 stops, 19 hours. All right, let's be bold. What can I get for India? I've never been to India. I've wanted to go. I think it would be really cool. Mumbai. What's the other big city everyone goes to? Calcutta? New Delhi? Let's see Mumbai. What are we?
I believe Janette said it was a must-go in perfect Spanish accent.
3 stops, 2 stops, 2 stops. Just give me 1 stop. I don't want 1 stop or fewer. I'm an old man. I can't be doing 2 stops. There we go. Air Canada, $2,200 round trip, 1 stop with a 2-hour layover. That's reasonable. Or that's Lufthansa. Anyways. Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll get off this flight. Someone said Brazil. My issue with Brazil is I'm not sure how receptive they would be to some dude walking around with a camera. That just strikes me as like, that is one of my reservations with South America as a whole. You do not see too many people like doing this walking thing and streaming from South America. I'm not saying it's not safe. I'm just saying you're probably more likely to run into someone who doesn't like it or wants your camera. That's just please prove me wrong, but like not too many walktubers go there and do this. But as like a tourist, I would love to go, and I wouldn't feel the least bit unsafe there. Jonathan says, have you been to Cuba? Yes, I've been to Cuba a few times. Barbara says, Johnny, are you trying to get killed? India is beautiful and full of life. Head there. I'm not trying to get killed, but that is my one reservation with like Alina McLeod. She had like a gun pointed to her at some point. I don't know what you're saying there, Robert Armstrong. Don't go to Rio. It's too... I would totally go to Rio. I'm just probably not going to go walking around Rio flashing my camera. Whippy Dude says it's a working holiday. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a solo trip. Last year I met up with like a bunch of people I knew or earlier this year in Korea. Then I met up with Jeff Lepard in Thailand. Maybe I don't know. I'm just really encouraged by these flight prices. Like paying $3-4 to fly economy like to anywhere is insane, and it looks like prices are actually kind of reasonable right now. So maybe like, I don't know. Have you seen the channel Bald and Bankrupt, says Martin Art? Yeah. Just Google that guy. Just Google him. Read his story. You'll he's kind of a creep, like super duper creep. Toronto to Manila. There's a viewer who has been super chatting, encouraging me to go to the Philippines. Tokyo, one stop, $12.89. That is good. Hong Kong, 16. I got to get these one stop or fewer, please. What happened to Manila? Where did you go? Oh, it's a little more expensive for my random dates. Cebu, 2,800. Cebu City. I don't think I'm going to go to Cebu ever again. Singapore, $1,800. Hong Kong, 2. New Delhi, 2. Ulaanbaatar, Beijing. Look at Tokyo, just kicking ass. How much is Seoul? Seoul is 1,900. Tokyo is 1,200. Devin says I'd give Puerto Rico a try. Never been to Puerto Rico. That might be interesting. Tony says HK is more expensive than Singapore. On these particular dates, yeah. Robert says I'm too cheap to fly. I live in a cubbyhole apartment. I live in a cubbyhole apartment pretty much. Sheena says Tokyo it is. Yeah. CP says, would you go to Athens? My last trip was Europe. So we're going to hold off on Europe's a little nasty on the old wallet. We'll just put it that way. Like my 3-week trip to Vietnam, to Thailand, and Seoul, like you saw my, like staying in nice places, just going where I wanted, doing what I wanted, was cheaper than like 7 days in Europe. So that's that. We'll go to Europe maybe next summer. But that is about that. Maybe we'll get off this flight thing. Be adventurous and go to the Yukon. Martin says, what's wrong with bold and bankrupt? I think you mean bald and bankrupt, and I'll let you do your own research on that. But guy seems like a total fucking creep, if you ask me. Not to talk shit about another YouTuber, but do your research. But Jonathan says he's a perv. This is hearsay, but that is what I have heard. Young SC is loving says, what's wrong with Cebu? Cebu is beautiful, but it's one of those cities that after I went to, I just didn't feel the need to go back. What about Portugal? Lisbon is beautiful, says Chris, the Pepsi driver. That is on my to-do list or research list. Next summer, Europe is probably going to be on the Tap Air Portugal. $560. Are you what? What? $560 round trip? Lisbon to YYZ? What am I missing? How is that so cheap? What? Let's see business class. $3,700. Yeah, okay. Just to sit in a fancy chair for 8 hours? No thanks. Do they have a premium economy option? No. You're either peasant class or first class when you fly to Portugal. Yeah, Chris, the Pepsi driver. That one is definitely on one of my to-do list. I don't know about winter. I'll look into that. That price is like super duper tempting. Yeah, he says Tap is a low-cost carrier. As a carry-on only person, I'm always wary of that because they often have like stupid limitations on your carry-ons and stuff, and I only do carry-on. Like I might push the weight limit on that a little bit. Stace Rosegott says you're in the overhead compartment of the business class for 570. Maybe. I don't know. All right, let's get off the flight kick here. But yeah, there's going to be some Johnny flying coming up. Robert says, where Strides land? Can I fly there? It is not too far from Ken Continuum land. I just want to check the progress of something that I'm working on here. All right, we have successfully completed the mission, so to speak. How many viewers are we at right now? 233 concurrent viewers. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. It's just a black screen. That's all it is. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Correction, 232 loyal cult followers. I don't know. You guys are just really cool people hanging out. Thank you. So I loaded up BlogTO. Pinesel says ASMR. Johnny Strides. Julie says creeping us out. Did your neighbors stop banging? I believe they stopped. I think the 3-minute man has paid a visit next door. 10 strange and unusual things you might not know about Toronto. How do I not click this? Okay, of the 10 things, how many do you think I already know? How many do you think I already know? Robert Armstrong says they will continue. It's called refractory period. We'll find out. We'll find out. The older you get, the longer you wait. 10 strange and unusual things you might not know about Toronto. Chris, the Pepsi driver, says 6. Yahia says 0. H. Hill says 4. William says bye, Johnny and friends. Bye. Patrick says 10. Alex says 10. Jeanette says 6. Sheena says 10. Vivian says 8. I'm going to be completely honest here. I have not seen this article. Every city has features that remain obscure. Okay. Number 1, let's just make the text big. The subway was once designated a nuclear fallout shelter. Back in the height of the Cold War, TTC subway tunnels were seriously considered for use as a possible fallout shelter. This is misleading. The subway was once designated a fallout shelter. Was once seriously considered for use as a possible... What kind of language is this? Considered and possible? Anyways, that's... No, I didn't know that, but that is just a mess. Toronto has transformer houses hidden in plain sight. I knew that. I actually had planned a video on that. But yes, there's a lot of houses in Toronto in residential neighborhoods that are designed to look like houses, but are actually part of the electrical grid. There are the transformer houses. I've walked by a few in videos before and pointed them out. All right, Lisa, have a good night. But I knew that. So we're 1 for 2. We're 1 for 2. Let's see what else is next, BlogTO. Maybe I'll move this over. Lower Queen Station actually exists. I knew that. Most people know about Lower Bay Station, but there's also the shell of a subway station under Queen before Bloor Danforth was built. The plan had been to build a Queen streetcar subway line, and prior to that project being shelved, part of the station was carved out near City Hall. I absolutely knew that, so I am 2 for 3. You're going to have to take my word for it. Toronto has bicycle actuated signals. Ever notice the 3 white dots embedded in the pavement at an intersection and wondered what they're for? I knew this because I've experienced it before. They detect the presence of a bicycle and tell the light to change at intersections. I knew that only through experience. But yes, that's 3 of 4. What is this? Oh, that looks like this bridge. This is Trinity Bellwoods, and this is the bowl where Garrison Creek used to run through. There's a bridge buried under Trinity Bellwoods. I knew another one. There's only one I haven't known. Head south on Crawford Street from Dundas, and you notice under the road narrows considerably for a section about 25 meters. I've actually talked about this on videos before as well. but that one I knew. Imperial Plaza could have been City Hall, now an adopted condo complex. The former Imperial Oil Building near Avenue in St. Clair might have been instead located at 100 Queen West if a group of architecture firms got its way. I did not know that. That's two I did not know. That's an awesome building. Mini Zine, hello. It's a really nice building. I did not know that. Toronto has a house that's been sawed in half. That is on St. Patrick or McCall. You could walk by it 20 times and not notice, but once you do, it looks like an optical illusion. Half of it's at 54.5 St. Patrick Street. Yeah, I knew it was on one of those two streets. I have done that. I have covered that in a video before. So there's two I didn't know. The Bloor Viaduct starts at Sherbourne. Opened in fall of 1918, the bridge system that makes up the Bloor Viaduct actually consists of three parts. The iconic section that spans the Don Valley, the smaller western section that runs above Rosedale Valley, and the section between Sherbourne and Parliament, which was built on fill. I didn't know that was part of the Bloor Viaduct. I knew it dated back to the same time, but I thought it was like a separate project. I've walked by that and referenced the age, but I didn't know that. That's three that I would have got wrong. Full honesty. Toronto has private streets. Yes, I did a video where I mentioned that we have over 250 private streets, and I did a video where I walked around them at just south of St. Clair and Bathurst area. Dundas Street was stitched together. I knew that. I talked about that in the video as well. In the early 20th century, the city lacked a main east-west thoroughfare between College and Queen, which was causing major problems for traffic flow. The solution: to rename and connect a series of smaller streets into one roadway, which is the controversial Dundas Street we know today. It shouldn't be controversial, but that is the three of these I didn't know, but good article, Blog TO. Well done. Someone did some solid research when they came up with this. Well done. I like that, Derek Flack. Keep it up. You're hired. You get the job. Also, that's a pretty awesome photo as well. Tony says 7 out of 10. Yeah, I wish there was a way to do that in like quiz form. Jonathan says GeoGuessr. We've got a long way to go before we probably won't get there on this stream. This $5. Hey, Bills 7. Don't tell me Jamar Chase scored a touchdown. If he scores a touchdown, he has 1 point. There is hope. Is that 6 right, 4 wrong? I think that was 3 that I got wrong. This $5 million mansion near Toronto absolutely nails the industrial chic aesthetic. Don't care. This was the first TTC bus route in Toronto. The Humberside. The original route seems strange to us now as the short loop headed west along Humberside from Dundas, proceeded north up High Park, and then back west along Annette to Runnymede. That's neat. Look up Oakville's largest home, and it's still... All right, Chris, I will do this one deviation just for you. Home of the week, $65 million lakeside mansion on Oakville's Gold Coast. Former CEO of Interbrew models retirement home on an old English manor, only to see it become an empty nest. And I bet just like the maintenance costs of that alone, look, there's a helicopter pad per year is like more than most of us make in a year. Here's the secret meaning behind TTC route numbers. I don't know. That's the kind of article. 5 hotels for a romantic getaway. This is why some Toronto homes look like tiny cottages. I think they were workers' cottages, right? Toronto was covered with these tiny dwellings that housed the city's working class. Yeah, I've talked about that in a video. They probably just got that from one of my videos. This is why Toronto still has water towers sprinkled around the city. Probably very expensive to remove. The history of the ROM. The history of Toronto is seen through famous and forgotten signs. The history of the stockyards. A&A Records, Steele's Tavern. That, I think, is Young Street. There's Sam the Record Man. All right. This article isn't doing it for me the way I should. It should. Janette says, I like the cottages. Can you buy me one, Janette? Please. Just kidding. Just kidding. Buy me two. Madison. Yeah, I like this stuff, but we'll skip going through this. When did your grandparents move from downtown? They never lived downtown. There was a TTC bus spotted in Chicago. This is Chris, the Pepsi driver. Have you ever been to the Barbarian on Elm Street? This is a phenomenal steakhouse. I went there for my birthday 2 years ago. I was supposed to go there for my birthday on Saturday, but I ended up going somewhere else because reasons. But no, I haven't been there recently. I was hoping to go there, but I went there a few years ago. But I will be going somewhere delicious tomorrow, I think. Jeanette says, okay, Johnny, working on it. Beautiful morning. Where is Lisa to appreciate? Look at that picture. That is nuts. That is a beautiful picture. Yeah, but Barbarians is awesome. But I had plans, but they weren't meant to be. A little birdie decided that they had better plans. UFO sighting in downtown Toronto. What? Oh. So many people sent me a DM of this. Like my Instagram like just filled up with like people sending me this. That's crazy. I don't even know if that's like, well, it's definitely not street legal, but I think it's pretty cool. Love and Joy, when is your birthday? How old are you now? My birthday is tomorrow. Now I am 42. Martin R says, Johnny, do you have a girlfriend or a wife? I think you know the answer to that one. Yes, I live in a bachelor apartment. I really do. There's no wife lurking around here. Robert Armstrong says that was Ken Continuum. Ontario Place this afternoon. Too bad it's going to be turned into a spa. Too bad. RM Transit, Pearson Airport Transit expansion. That's a video I'm going to have to watch. I haven't watched that in a while. This was a really good one. Far more thoughtful than the Union Station West stuff that the GTA... Yeah, I'm going to have to read that. I'm not really sure. Jelly Bean says, Johnny is sketch. He won't tell us anything. I just told you everything. Hardjot says the Raptors won. YVR 2002 RTW, when will be your next cooking video? I haven't seen this for a while. I just did one like 3 months ago. Hold your horses. Do you want me to do like a making a bowl of cereal video? I could do that. I actually ran out of cereal, so I went to Dollarama. So I've got some like Quaker Oats cereal in there. Brandon says, thoughts on a Pickering Airport. I think what you do is you expand Billy Bishop Airport to allow jets, and you like Pickering Airport is stupid. Unless you're building a high-speed rail link between that and YYZ, it makes no sense to have like cities with two giant airports that aren't connected together and you can't easily transfer from one to the other are just stupid. Even if one was like a domestic airport and the other was an internet, like no. Like when I look at Tokyo stuff, I usually avoid Narita and try to just fly through Haneda. But I think if Billy Bishop accepted jets, that would take enough pressure off of the need to build a second big airport, and we would all save a lot of money. The concerns about jets at Billy Bishop, I think, it's just another form of NIMBYism. Like, there's already fucking airplanes coming and going. There's a reason why Porter Airlines had to buy the new jets that they did, rather than and move into Pearson Airport. Yeah, they would have to do some modifying, but I think Billy Bishop should be expanded. It's an excellent location. It doesn't have a direct link to Pearson, but the Up Express, along with there's a shuttle that goes back and forth between Union pretty much. It just makes sense to me. It just makes sense. There's already an airport there. Stop crying. Stop crying about it. It works. Anyone moving into that area like knows there's planes going by. Like it's like all the people that moved into the old clubbing district and then complain that there's clubbing. It's like, you do not have my sympathy. I'm sorry. Learning from Eglinton how Ford government is managing transit expansion expectations. All right, that seems like a jelly bean. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to land an A380 there anyways, right? Like, it wouldn't be big jets going there. Bike share Toronto spotted in Bolton. Yeah. BMR says don't live near a pig farm. Stace Rosegott says, but the people in the glass condos don't want more noise. Lives next to the Gardner Expressway. Yeah, the air, like, particulate matter is awful, by the way, if you live next to the Gardner Expressway. Like, the noise from the jets would be like nothing compared to what you're breathing in. CNE's grand plans of the past visionary days for people, places in Toronto and Ontario spacing. All right, are we out of this stuff? Are we out of this stuff? 10 fascinating secrets of the TTC. All right, let's do the last one here. Let's do this last one. That picture is not very realistic looking, by the way. That is not a realistic looking picture at all. There's a walled off passage between the two sides of the platform at St. Patrick's Station that was the site of a murder in 1975. This is also why there's a jail-like area at Museum Station. I knew about the jail-like area at Museum Station. I pointed that out in videos before, but I did not know about that at St. Patrick. Both Keele and Woodbine stations on the Bloor Danforth line feature hidden passageways to where once connecting to streetcar loops, which served as the term. I knew that. How are the elevators in your building? They're quite good. We've got 4. They run really fast. 299 Bloor call control is PA code for a supervisor. You hear that constantly. Like, that is like the thing you hear all day long when you're at Bloor Young. There's an enormous attic at Lawrence subway station. Didn't know that. There's an abandoned subway entrance at Queen Station. Yes, I knew that. You can see just a peek when you look down the grate on the north side of Queen, just east of Yonge. Look for light coming from the crack. All right, these are sort of interesting. All right, that's fine. There's a spare center platform just sitting there at Shepherd Yonge Station. The idea was to have passengers enter and exit from different sides of the train, but the ridership never warranted bothering to do this. Barbara says, you could write for this website. What don't you know about Toronto? Most of my knowledge about Toronto comes from just like reading plaques off of things and like Wikipediaing before I go out there and do it. I don't think I like regurgitated information. Well, most information's regurgitated, but I'm like AI would aggregate and write better articles than I would. We'll just leave it at that. We are here at Toronto Driving, one of my favorite subreddits. This is Brampton. All right. That's kind of clever. Red light runner. We're going to watch a video of someone running a red light. Hey, where's the full? No audio. Maybe I should be a little smaller here. Ooh, busted on camera. Awesome. Love to see it. Go back. Haha, sucker. Will I get a red light? This person's asking if they're getting a red light ticket. Emergency vehicle coming through. Everybody should just be out of the way and stopped. Another emergency vehicle coming through, turning right. This person's asking, will they get a red light camera ticket? Wait for the intersection to be clear. Now go, 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 go! Step on the gas! You waited too long. I don't know. They waited like 2 or 3 seconds too long to go. They did nothing wrong up until it was painfully obvious they should have cleared the intersection. This says red light prohibits entering an intersection. It is irrelevant. All right. Nope, you're good. You shouldn't. You were past the line before it was red. You could have been more in the box. I think you're safe, yeah. But that person definitely took way too long to clear the intersection. All right. It is 9:13. Should we do a few tests, a few quizzes, and then I got to go to work, unfortunately. I got to do get some videos ready. Lisa says all those excellent drivers. You know, I don't normally like delete comments or ban users, but like some idiot left. I'm not going to get into it, but I ended up banning a user, something I almost never do for a comment they left. Robert says, too bad bikes can't get busted on camera. Yeah, but do bikes hit and kill people? Like, I don't think it's ever happened in Toronto. People die and get seriously injured all the time by cars, so that whole argument is just stupid. It's not the same thing. The degree of responsibility is not at all the same. They should get ticketed. If a cop sees you and you're on a bike and you do an asshole thing, you should get ticketed, but it's just apples to oranges. What should we do? Personality, romance, sexuality. I don't think we should do that. Appearance? Tony Young says lots of people leave really offensive comments on YouTube. You know, YouTube like filters comments a lot. Martin says, Johnny, is car sleeping in a paid green pea parking lot legal in Toronto? I don't know what the bylaws are on sleeping in a car, but if you paid for your parking spot, I would like to hope they would just leave you alone if you were taking a nap, right? Glenn says, one thing I hate is bikes on the sidewalks. Yeah, no, bikes being ridden on the sidewalks. Bikes being walked on the sidewalks is fine. Family and friends, career, money, teen girls. Yes, that is exactly what we're gonna search right now. We're gonna search teen girls. Personality. Let's do you need to get a life? I don't think I've ever done this. Feel like you're stuck in a rut? Do you spend more time talking to your cat and the mailman? Let's do this get a life one. Alex Gall says, I think you saw me today. Where was I, Alex Gall? I was in the Annex in Koreatown, and then I was at Boxcar Social in Summer Hill. And I was recording videos between. I think I've already done the anger test, Barbara. I think I've already done that. The assertiveness, the baggage test. I've done the baggage test. I haven't done the clueless test, the coping test, the competitive. I've done the competitive test. Let's do the do I need to get a life? Let's do that one. That one is calling my name. Maybe I do need to get a life. Claudia says I don't need to do that quiz. I already know. Toronto has great summer. Yeah, all right. I'm not going to read that comment out. No. Feel like you're stuck in a rut? Do you spend more time talking to your pet and the pizza guy than anyone else? Maybe it's time to add some spice to your life. Start by taking this test. Where do you see yourself living 10 years from now? Probably in this rent-controlled apartment. And if I'm not living here, I probably still haven't given up the apartment. Just because, why would you give this up? In a bustling city like New York, Paris, or London, not too far from the rest of my family, same state, province, or same city. What if these two are the same thing? In my parents' basement. I can confidently say I'll be in a bustling city. Alex Gall says DJI Pocket 3 is out. We are aware. We're doing one in a bustling city. You have the chance to travel with a friend in the fall, but you're going to have to work your butt off all summer to afford it. What do you do? If I had, like, define to afford it, like, where are the rest of my savings at? Work my butt off and get out of here. Work as hard as I can, but I might hesitate to spend all that money on a trip. Nothing. I prefer to stay in my own backyard. Thank you. Okay, let's assume we're like young and trying to live the life. I'll work my butt off and get the heck out of here. If I'm older, this might be a bit of a concern. What did you do last weekend? I went out on the town. I spent time with my pet and the TV. I hung out at a friend's house. Jellybean says, get a sugar mama. Well, this isn't this weekend. Last weekend, which is the weekend before this, what did I do? What did I do? I went out. No, I think I just watched TV. Yeah, Saturday kind of sucked for more reasons than I'll go into, but spent time with my pet and the TV. I don't have a pet, but I think that's what I did. No, yeah, I didn't really go. I didn't do anything social last weekend. This weekend I did. Who do you talk to most often? My family and friends, and maybe a few strangers I meet here and there, my pet or myself. We'll go with family and friends. Chris, the Pepsi driver, says you went to Dollarama. I did. Do you like to try new things? I love it. I jump at the opportunity to experience something new. Every once in a while, I like the exhilaration of trying something new. No, because I know I won't like it. Every once in a while. In your opinion, change is occasionally annoying but necessary, an exciting adventure, something that should be avoided like the plague. It can be A and B. It can be annoying but necessary, and it can be an exciting adventure, right? Jellybean says people in YouTube chat rooms. Does that count? I mean, you guys are awesome, but I don't know if this counts as like going out on the town. I'm going to go with, I think one applies more than two, even though two is the better answer. I think one applies more often. I don't like the way some of these questions are worded. If money wasn't an issue, oh, how sweet would that be? How far would you travel for a vacation? The mailbox, another state or province, another country or continent. I've done this one several times over the last year. What is your dream? To travel the world and experience the beauty of every culture? To be successful and have a family? To binge watch every episode of my favorite shows? I think... I'm not having kids. Sorry, guys. Not doing that. Not bringing that baggage along for the ride of life. I wouldn't be responsible enough. To travel the world and experience the beauty of every culture. That's the best answer. How would you describe your screen time at home? I'm in front of a screen, TV, phone, or tablet from the moment I wake up to the moment I fall asleep. Almost. I turn my TV on. Like there's a 65-inch TV that's just always on. I don't waste time in front of a screen. That's wrong. I go online or watch TV for entertainment on a rainy day. Unfortunately, while I'm home, it's one. What's the one thing you're most looking forward to this weekend? Checking out that new hangout or movie that just opened. Hanging out with friends, with family or friends and relaxing. Catching up on all the TV shows I missed this week. This weekend. Let's say next weekend. Hopefully it'll be this one. Crystal says you don't want in Johnny Strides Jr. I don't think the world wants in Johnny Strides Jr. I don't think the world is ready for that. What does your score mean? You usually don't let life pass you by, but you're also not one to seize every single opportunity life has to offer. That's a fair assessment. Most people need a sense of stability as well as exhilaration. You enjoy trying new things and experiencing life to the fullest, but you're also content with some quiet downtime in your pajamas in front of life. This is fairly accurate, I guess. My friend says, this has got to be the worst week we've ever had in this league. So many teams with terrible scores. It's crazy. My team is like not even scoring anything. Oh my goodness, this is really bad. Jonathan says, GeoGuessr. Let's do one more quiz. We'll do GeoGuessr. I was going to okay, Chat GPT. Should I do a quiz or play GeoGuessr? Pick one. Quiz or GeoGuessr? I'll pick GeoGuessr. Please pick the quiz. Of course, if you'd like to do a quiz. There we go. You have it from ChatGPT says do the quiz. So we're going to do another quiz. Barbara says not the answer you want. It's my stream. It's my party. Yeah, you know how the rest of that song goes. You know how it goes. Can't toots around that one. Philip Borges, 5 real. These tests are funny. The results are not trustworthy, but make us think about the issue. Thank you very much. I think that's 5 real, right? If it isn't, I apologize, but thank you very much, Philip, or Philippe. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Claudia says, and it's your birthday mañana? It's not my birthday until midnight. The clueless test, the bitch test, the baggage test, the anger test. I think I've done the baggage test, the coping test, the dumb blonde test, the devotion test, the egomaniac test, the fear test. Let's do the ethics test. I think this is a good one. Have I done this? Maybe. Would you appear in a pornographic movie? We're not going to do the ethics test. We're not going to do that. I think I've already done that. Let's do, we've already done that. I remember that question. I don't feel like doing that again. The forgiveness test. There's a good one. The forgiveness test. This is how we'll close out the stream. Janette says you did that one already. Yeah, but I didn't do the forgiveness test, right? Would you be able to forgive your best friend for accidentally running over your pet? Why was my pet in the way of like a vehicle? That's kind of on me, right? That's my pet. I'm going to begrudgingly forget or forgiving of them because this was an accident. It says accident. But that's a weird question. Your brother begs to be the one to record your wedding, but forgets to press the record button the entire time. Would you keep bringing it up years later? Hell yeah, I would, but I would bring it up as like a constant source of ribbing to get enjoyment out of it. Oh, there's so many built-in joke opportunities with that. Your partner buys your wrong regular lottery ticket, but gets the numbers wrong. Oh, sorry. Your partner buys your regular lottery ticket, but gets the numbers wrong. You win $10 instead of $10,000. Can you forgive him or her? Oh, 10 million. I must have dyslexia or something that makes letters or words appear differently. $10 million? No. That is going to be a rain cloud over us the rest of our lives. They're probably going to leave me because I don't think there's a day that will go by where I won't bring that up. Your spouse tells you that your spouse tells you about a brief affair he or she had many years ago and asks for forgiveness. You also had an indiscretion that you never disclosed. What do you do? First of all, your spouse tells you about a brief affair. I am getting the F out of Dodge that second and erasing them from my memory. You also had an indiscretion that you never disclosed. Now we're talking. Accept the apology and maybe even admit to my own affair. Make him or her suffer for a while and let it go. Get revenge or end the relationship. Don't we already have revenge? Didn't we already do something? I'm going to go with accept the apology and maybe even admit to my own affair. Except I'm going to accept the apology and probably not admit to my own. Never been there. Never been in that shoes. I'm not a piece of shit. Right? Like, you have to be low life trash to do that and not come clean about it. Like, unspeakably low life trash. So I've never done that. But I would accept the apology and then I would not admit to it. Your parents tell you you're adopted, something they have hidden your entire life. What do you do? Tell them it's okay, arrange for counseling to repair the damage, cut ties with them forever. Well, they raised me. My birth parents didn't, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to let that one slide. I'll tell them it's okay, unless they like stole me or something. The person you consider your best friend wins 2 separate free trips to Hawaii but doesn't invite you. Do you end the friendship? Wins 2 separate free trips. What if they brought like their spouse or significant other, like, right? Then I'm cool with that. If they brought some shitty other friend, I'm not cool with that. But I'm not going to end the, like, Hawaii's good, but I'm not going to end it. As a joke, one of your close friends emails your parents a video of you drunk. Do you forgive your friend? That's kind of funny, as long as I'm not doing something like really crazy. You find out that your father once used your apartment to cheat on your mother. He swears it'll never happen again. Do you take away his keys? So my dad... That would... Why does my dad have keys? This is fucked up. This is just fucked up. I'm not going to take away his keys, but I'm going to have a conversation with him. Have you ever told your partner you've forgiven him or her for something, but then secretly took revenge anyways? Like, define revenge, like dipping their toothbrush in the toilet bowl? Does that count as revenge? Maybe I've done something along those lines. No, but I haven't. You overhear your significant other tell his or her friends that he or she loves you more than anyone, but you're not really good in bed. Can you forgive your partner? If it's true, it's true. Let's just be glad that they're not like a cheating piece of shit and they're okay with me being bad in bed. I'm okay with that. Don't run from the truth, right? Your score is 70. Forgiveness comes easily to you. You're a turn the other cheek kind of person. Oh, am I? I think I'm kind of a spiteful bastard, to be honest with you. You seem to have an open, accepting heart and won't judge others harshly, even when they royally mess up. Oh, if I could tell you guys a few stories. Christo says practice makes perfect. My mom messaged me, forgot to tell you, you're adopted. Hey, Josh Allen rushed to the right for a 2-yard touchdown 51 minutes ago. Sweet. Anyways, guys, that brings this Sunday Night Stumbles edition to a close. I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Premiere coming tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. on the Johnny Strides channel. I'm going to try to do a live stream tomorrow. But huge thanks to everyone who did send super chats and support and some early birthday wishes and super chats as well on this stream. Thank you so much. It is very much appreciated. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. I usually stream every 2 days on Johnny Strides anyways, like every other day pretty much. So that would be in line. Mark D, your video, I think the one you requested, I think will be Tuesday. But thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know how I nursed an entire beer for an hour and a half. That should be illegal. I should have to go to jail for doing that. But thank you guys. I'm just going to close this software here. I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Yoink.